Okay, so I'm still weeding beans this morning, and we can see a little goat head forming here. There's another one. See how the leaves lie flat along the stem, and normally this would be flat on the ground, but because there's weeds around it, it can climb up. Looks like here's another one climbing up a stem right there, up some grass. Okay, so this whole lot used to be a parking lot. And when we bought the property about 2005, we bought it earlier in the year. And then in August or so, here comes a whole crew of landscapers hired by the company that previously owned the property by contract. Apparently just had the habit of coming over at the end of August and cleaning up all the goat heads on this property. This is a square quarter acre, 100 foot by 100 foot or so, whatever it is. And I walked over and I said, you know, the water company doesn't own this pump house lot anymore, and the pump house had been torn down and the well had been grouted, and all it was just like a parking lot, like road base, you know, gravel and parking lot. And told them that they didn't need to come anymore because I now own the property and I'll take care of the weeds. And they said, oh, we didn't know that, and they left. Well, the point is, those goat heads were 1 to 2 feet deep in the weeds, and they let them dry until the goat heads died. And the goat heads, when the plant dies, fall off onto the ground. So when you rake up the plants, all the goat heads fall to the ground, and they left the seeds of the goat head plants on the ground every year. So the following year, they come again and they would rake up all that goat head mess. What a deal. Wow, I would hate to have had that job every year. And so because this whole area here was solid goat heads 2 feet deep every year for who knows how many years, we do see them in the garden, we do see them in the yard, they pop up, but when we see them, we dig them up. Some of those seeds I'm still sure are germinating. Seeds from years before are still germinating in our yard. So we take care of them immediately. And eventually we will see less and less of them. But it takes a little bit of work. I can see them here. So as I start to see them, I know that they're just starting to germinate. The plants are young, but I did find an older one this morning with heads on it. So I'm careful to grab a handful of weeds right there where that plant's starting to show to make sure I don't get goat heads in my hand.